Our little parade here with a few words from a very important man in our community. A community is only as good as the people who serve it, and we have a real winner here. This is Mr. Reverend Al Johnson from Mooers Methodist Church. Reverend Al is a very big part of the community. He's definitely a giver, and he's there for everyone. I'd like to ask you all to be quiet and give the respect due to Mr. Johnson as he gives a few words to us to begin our parade so we can all be safe. Thank you.
Let us be in an attitude of prayer. Creator God, directing with might your ongoing work of creation and recreation, we thank you for calling us to be co-workers with you in the care of the earth, our home. On this day, devoted to the dignity of useful work and careful, committed workers, we pray for many whose labors tend to be unsung, misunderstood, and recognized only grudgingly. We lift up in prayer political leaders of integrity who will follow their conscience rather than the polls, and other public servants in whom performance service is not a slogan but a way of being. We give thanks, Father, for members of the helping professions, for physicians, lawyers, ministers, teachers, social workers, nurses, and others who demonstrate a genuine commitment to helping those least able to pay and most in need of help. We commend to your mercy those who cannot work because of illness or old age and who feel useless and worthless. Help us to persuade them that in your sight our worth is not determined by what we do for a living, but by what we do with our lives, with your gift of life. Gracious God, especially at this time, we pray and give thanks for all who volunteer their time to help others, firemen and women and EMS workers here in the Moores community and throughout the country and the world. Finally, enliven our imagination, O God, that we may find in our workplace all sorts of opportunities for works of mercy and love. And teach us, we pray, the nearly lost art of rest, that we may live to glorify you with our lives, with your twin gifts of labor and leisure. In that spirit, may we enjoy this fine day and come together as community, lifting each other, whether new friends or old acquaintances, in God's love. We ask and give thanks in your precious name. Amen.
Reverend Al Johnson.
Thank you very much, Reverend. Yes, I think we can give him an applause. Reverend Al gave thanks to our Lord, and we're also going to give thanks to our nation. And for this, we have a very, very special treat for you. A community has talent and special people, and you're about to enjoy some of the very special talent of Mrs. Kathy Cokes as she sings our national anthem for us. And please stand, gentlemen, remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
folks. And now here's Connie Menard, the voice of the
What
Mooers
talent.
Labor Day
It's just
Parade.
a natural voice Mrs. Cokes has. Every time I try to sing just to bring the cows home, they come back with curdled milk, so I don't know how she does it. I'd like to introduce a few people here. I myself am Connie Menard. I'm very, very happy to be here, to be your announcer. I milk cows for a living. I am not an announcer. I am not professional, but Mama said this big mouth would come in handy someday, so here I am. I'd like to introduce our judges. You've met Mrs. Cokes and Reverend Al, of course. Here are our judges for the parade. They have a very tough job, and I'd like to thank them for coming. We have a pillar of the county, Mr. Ron Roberts, owner of Riley Ford.
Say something. Well, I can't say anything after you, Connie. You're so talented.
Our next judge is also a business owner in the community, not just in this town and others town. This is Mr. Corey Ross, owner and operator of Ross Funeral Homes, a beautiful funeral home down the road, brand new. Thank you, Corey, for being our judge. Do you want to say hello?
Well spoken.
Man, a few words.
She ain't gonna have enough cord there.
Our next judge is
Pirouette.
Liz Fuster. Liz works at the Northeastern, so you've probably seen her around, and her and her husband and son live right here in Mooers, and their son started out as a junior fireman, and he's a full-fledged fireman now. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you for having me this morning.
And everybody knows Chris Trombley. He comes from Champlain, and I wasn't supposed to look, but he bent over one day and he's got fire department written on the brim of his underwear. He's all fire department. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Okay. Mooers Volunteer Fire Department, folks, it's not about them, it's about us through them. If you've ever had to have a small army of people all of a sudden be there for your 100% help, just for your needs, until you've ever experienced that, you don't know how important it is to have these people here. They volunteer their time. A lot of them, it's out of their pocket, the gas and the time that they spend, their training that they go through. I can't say enough about how much they do. Days like today, they're here, they gave up their Labor Day off, and it's to raise money, to buy more supplies, to buy more equipment that they need. Folks, it's not a big deal to ask somebody to give them their time. Buy a delicious chicken dinner, and it's to protect your property and perhaps to save your life or that of someone you love. So thank you for being here. It's not just Mooers Volunteer Fire Department. It's all volunteer fire department, and we're lucky enough that we're going to have several of them here today, and I think I'd like to ask you to help me give them the appreciation and the due respect that they have coming. So we're going to have some kind of, I don't know, a code word or something, so that when they come through, after you hear the code word, we can give them a good applause to thank them for coming. So, how about if I say, whenever they come through, thank you for coming to our parade, you guys are awesome, and after that, we give them a cheer. How about that? Can you help me with that? All right, because we've been there, folks, we've been there, I'm telling you. Our house, we were doing construction on our house, and it was late at night, 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I was just coming back from the barn. And I looked up and there's a glow in the roof of the house, and that just makes the hair stand up straight. I'm telling you, you can't imagine that feeling. And to know that just one quick phone call, there was immediately, I kid you not, a small army of people there to help us. They knew what to do to make sure that it didn't go any farther. We were able to sleep in our own home that night, and I know if it wouldn't have been for them, that wouldn't have happened. So this is my way of helping them out and thanking them. And I'd like you guys to help me thank them today also. We have the sheriff turning the corner, so we're going to have a couple of seconds before he gets here. Ready for a parade? All right.
This guy's ready. He's ready. Just bring on that parade. This just might be his first parade. Yeah, it just might be number one for this guy. And it looks like he just might be related to my wife too. Might also be related to Freeman LaValle. We want to thank Freeman LaValle for renewing his viewer support before the parade began. Freeman wandered over here and handed us his annual contribution, and we appreciate people like Freeman. And we could certainly use everyone's support. It's amazing how many people have watched us for years and have never thought us worthy of supporting. But this is viewer-supported local television, and a lot of our supporters are getting older, and the younger ones are not stepping up to take their place and keep this programming coming. So if you're among the people who haven't supported us in a while or who have never seen fit to do it, why not take this friendly reminder to grab your checkbook right now and write out that check. Or you can go to the internet, go to one of our two websites, www.hometowncablenetwork.com or www.plattsburgh.com. And you can use PayPal to send us a contribution. We prefer a check because PayPal takes out a fee. But all contributions are greatly appreciated, and more importantly, they are really, really, really needed if we're going to keep going. It's a critical time in the history of hometown cable if we don't get some support real soon. Here is the Sheriff's Department leading it off, and I thought I saw former Rouse's Point Police Chief Bob Craig down there next to the car.
Who starts?
I'm not sure if he is
Who starts out our parade but our Clinton County Sheriff with the lights all aglow.
And thank you for not blowing the siren, Bob.
And behind him, we have
could
the
be
dare
Sheriff
car.
Favreau in the sheriff's vehicle, and it could be Bob Craig in the dare car, but we'll see as they get closer. We may or may not be able to see into that vehicle. So it could be Sheriff Favreau himself leading it. Labor Day, September 6, 2010. I have mentioned before, this is the parade I do not look forward to. It's always an enjoyable parade, but it also means that summer's over. So I do not
I'd like to give.
look forward to this parade.
I'd like to make note of another special guest up here. Mr. Calvin Castine is videotaping this for us. So in case you can't get it enough the first time, you can
Sheriff
go on
Favreau.
Hometown Cable and probably see it there. Thank you, Calvin.
You're welcome. Sheriff Favreau leading the parade. Tradition started by our good friend Russell Trombley many years ago. Russell led as many parades as he possibly
Thank you,
could.
Sheriff. Thank you very much for leading our parade.
There's the dare car. This is a confiscated car. This is a confiscated car that they've put to good use.
The dare car. Isn't that an awesome paint job?
Yeah.
I wish I would knew who did that paint job. They certainly do
That's Bob Craig.
deserve a round of applause. That is one awesome car. DARE is a program that they have in schools for our children. Dare to resist drugs and violence. It's get them when they're young. Teach them from the beginning. Don't try to fix it after it's already
Commander
happened.
Bob
It's best
St.
to try
John
to
leading
prevent it
the
from
Post
happening. The DARE
912
program is
Color Guard
awesome.
from Rouse's
Thank
Point,
you very
American
much.
Legion. Under the direction of Bob St. John, another former fire chief in Rouse's Point. Looking good, fellas. Looking good. Color Guard.
Awesome, thank you.
Then the town official. This has been a long-standing tradition. They
What do we
but they
have
don't stand
here?
long, no,
The
because they're on the back of the wagon.
What is the people who are in it? And here are our leaders, the town of Mooers officials. Thank you very much for the time that you give to the town of Mooers.
There's Gene. Gene is hidden over there. I couldn't see him at the first.
Thank you very much.
Oh, picking up candy to bring back to Canada here. Lauren Yulee here, all the way from St. Paul, Quebec.
And here we have our very own.
I think he's giving it to
volunteer fire
Caleb
department,
Trombley, Chris
number
Trombley's son.
254.
Mooers Fire Department and family.
Aaron Manor is our driver. His beautiful wife Heather Manor. And oh. Wait a minute. Stop right there, Aaron. I need to apologize to you. Stop. Please stop. Aaron is not married to Heather. Heather is married to Mr. LaForest. That is Heather's beautiful daughter. Aaron is an eligible bachelor. Anybody who wants a hot guy, check out Aaron.
You can see him on Hometown Cable playing softball for the West Shazy Fire Department, although he's a member of the Mooers Fire Department.
Awesome. Here we have Mooers Fire Department number 257. Mr. Fuster is driving.
Oh, his mother's up here, huh?
Oh, Chelsea Brooks is his girlfriend. Isn't that special? I see the little hearts flying out from the side of the window there.
We saw Chelsea in there.
Mark is Liz Fuster's son. Started out as a junior fireman, is a full-fledged fireman now. Okay, let's all hold the parade here. What's coming up, folks? What holiday is coming up next? How about Halloween? We have a little driving pumpkin here. This is
It's not a great pumpkin, but it's a pumpkin.
This little car is a Honda. It's 2-cylinder, air-cooled. It gets about 554,000 miles to the gallon.
That's
it's driven by our old town resident, Mr. Delor Ducat. We've all seen him around with his sawmill. And his lovely honey, Miss Eugenia Stein.
Saw Dillard at the Bluegrass Festival recently. Girl Scouts are here.
All right, this is our Girl Scouts. Keep them busy, keep them happy, keep them interested. That's what keeps them in the straight line. We don't have trouble that way. This is a very good organization. You see any one of these leaders if you'd like your young one to join the Girl Scouts. Thank you for
Girl Scout green.
being part of our parade. All right. Can anybody guess the true color of this car? This comes from Riley Ford in Chazy, New York. Our own judge,
Joy
Mr.
and
Ron
Jane.
Roberts, owns this car. It's for sale, I'm sure.
Janet in the back.
Okay,
Whole
stop
family's there.
because we're going to guess the color of this car. It's driven by Joy, her sister Jane, and Mom Janet. Are you proud of that trio, Ron? He's proud.
Guess who's getting the number one vote from Ron?
This is a 2011 all-new Ford Fiesta, and the color is lime squeeze green. Yay!
Lime squeeze.
Ron, he flips me $20. I'll sing the "Have You Driven a Ford Lately" song, but he hasn't flipped it yet. So our next one is a 2011 the Red Taurus Show. Janet was particularly proud of this. She wants everybody to take a moment and look at this car in awe. And that's driven by Tony Roberts, Ron's nephew.
Tony Roberts at the wheel. Must be his two youngsters throwing the candy out. Hey.
All right. I don't think this old timer goes out on many fire calls, but she sure is pretty to look at. That's the Shazy Fire Department. Thank you for bringing that to us. It's a 1934 Buffalo Shazy.
Mr. Carpenter and Mr. Parent.
Thank you very, very much for joining our parade. Yes. And behind that is another one of Shazy's, number 152, Mike Davis. This is a 2007 Freightliner pumper. And following them up,
Now, all these fire trucks, you probably saw a good pile of them over down the road a piece a few days ago with the D&D fire.
2010. There's a brand new rig right there for folks. The driver's Carter Favreau. That's number 154. Hey, Shazy Fire Department, you guys are awesome. Thank you for coming to our parade.
Sure, they're there at the D&D fire. They saved the residents, as far as I know. Can't say too much about what the fireman does.
Right down the road, folks, you want to get some awesome ice cream, submarines, Michigans, whatever your little heart desires. How about some cold beer soda?
He may look like the Cheeto Bandito, but
Thank you, Mike.
he's all French. Mike Deneau, Frenchy.
Down the road, great gas and everything.
That's why the Customs and Border Patrol is following him here. He looks like he might be suspicious.
There, Mike, you know how to make friends, don't you? All right.
Frozen treats. Hope they're not frozen too hard.
Mister. No.
U.S. Customs and Border Patrol.
This is a very, very familiar sight in our area. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Homeland Security. Our driver today is Agent Downey. Is that correct? Thank you for being here, Mr. Downey. We have great comfort in knowing that you guys are right here on our border. They're not.
Here's Chris Trombley's vote for number 1.
1969 Ridge Road.
Yep, my neighbor's a U.S. Border Patrol.
You can have volunteer fire departments with all the volunteers you want, but unless you got neighbors that help you, sometimes you just can't do it. Well, this is what we have right here. Our neighbor to the east, Champlain EMS. Thank you very much for coming. This is number...
Champlain and Mooers.
That's right, Champlain EMS. This covers Mooers too. You'll probably see this truck here in Mooers Lot.
Carrying on a tradition started by his father, Ken LaPlante Jr. Lee LaPlante. No, he's in behind. He's not the driver. He's behind.
462.
Ken was his father had very dedicated.
Champlain Moors. Tell you what.
Very dedicated.
You need some help really fast. This here is driven by Carl Valley. And his passenger is Susan Roberts. Thank you for coming. Thank you for all that you do. You guys are awesome. Champlain 141. All right, I like to hear that.
Vital Signs put that little emblem on a year ago.
Neighbors, you guys are awesome.
For the quadricentennial. There's a buddy, a fellow I ran into at the Sam's Club earlier in the week. Dave Justice behind the wheel. Matches the clown. Can't say too much about this fellow either. Just a great individual.
I don't know how that happens. He claims he's only 39 years old every time I see him.
He does so much for Christmas for kids.
Wonderful things at Christmas time.
Haven't seen that video we've got on him. Pull it out and look at it on the Hometown Cable Network or Plattsburgh.com. Just a great, great individual. It's political season, so we're going to have some politicians coming through. Views expressed are those of the announcers. Do not necessarily represent Hometown Cable, so particularly in Rouse's Point, our buddy Brian Jefferson usually gets carried away with whoever's going by. He supports everybody. So we'll see what Connie has to say. It's a Zerlo-mobile.
I think a lot of us here know this familiar face.
I don't know. I'm going to try it.
Actually, they're both very, very familiar. This is Mr. John Zerlo. A lot of us young kids remember him from high school. And he's in politics now, and he's driving around none other than Janet Dupree. Janet's for Assembly. Thank you very much. I love that car, John. Who's older, you or the car?
Yeah.
Janet says she's 39, and that's it.
It's a Ford.
It's dependable. Wait a minute, Ron, did you sell Jack that car?
I told John that.
And Janet is as dependable as the car. Well, thank you for coming to our parade.
Oh.
We have coming up, folks,
Need some
what
nap-
is called
nap power
a
here.
work in progress.
Connie and
You're
Perrin
going to
nap.
have to take a look while you can. Belongs to the Champlain Classic Cruisers. It's a 47 Chevy. The driver's Jim Gagne, the passenger's Linda. Don't give up, folks. We want to see you next year in the parade all shinied up and ready to go.
A work in progress that didn't quite progress far enough. Fortunately, there was a parking
Here's
spot
our
there.
neighbors to the north, across the border. Been here to help us. We've been over there to help them. Gotta have good neighbors. This is Hemingford Fire Rescue, number 222. It's a 2010. It's the latest piece of equipment that the Hemingford Fire Service has acquired. Thank you very much for coming over and being part of our parade. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Another video we have online is our visit with Gaetan Fortin and his museum that he has over there in
Let's
Hemingford
not
on
forget
fire
what kind of
apparatus.
community this Mooers
That's
is
another one
and
to
the
look up.
surrounding areas. We are a farming community.
Darwin
Let
Turner.
us not forget. These hands milked cows this morning. This
Not
is
his.
Darwin Turner in a 1945 case owned and operated by Darwin of Mooers, New York. That's a nice tractor. 1941. Runs like a top. Thank you for sharing that with us today.
Darwin Turner. I used to work with him at Sheridan Iron Works many years ago.
All right, I wish my granddaughter was here because the music moves her. There's Lexi. Hi, baby. Gonna get up and sing dance? Eagle Country 97.5. Fresh new country for the Champlain Valley.
Fresh country with the claw stamp of approval. Eagle Country 97.5.
Thank you for being part of our parade. All right. Everybody, Billy's car.
Champlain Telephone Company.
Champlain Telephone Company. Can't say enough good things about these. You look on TV, you got all these high-tech places, you have all these faraway places, you have this, that, and the other thing, cell phone this, cell phone that, drug this, whatever. Don't ever discount the Champlain Telephone Company because they are
Look like Rick
updating their
Dubois
service.
behind the wheel.
They will give you
Get a
what
good view of
you
them.
need.
Champlain Telephone
And
Company.
providing continuous communication to Champlain, Moores, Mooresburg, Rouse's
I know
Point,
these
Alsponda, ever
people
since
are Bob and Joe.
1903. And they have kept up
He
to
wants to be
date.
called Joe.
This
Bob
is
and Joe
Crime
Favreau. Crime Link.
It's just the same. I'll tell you what. You want to talk about internet service? Crime Link is where you want to be. These people will keep you high speed and into the internet. They're in your neighborhood.
Wherever that Champlain Telephone Company line goes, Crime Link internet is available. So people like the Menards who live down at the Thompson Road, I guess they live down.
We have our Fire
there's no cable
department
service.
neighbors to the west. Here we
They do
come
get
with Ellenberg
high-speed
Depot
internet
Fire
courtesy of
Department.
Time-Link.
I tell you, when you have a huge structure fire, these guys all come together like they've worked together every day. They work in unison. They know what has to be done. There's no confusion. They get the job done. And that's what you need when we're all volunteers.
Ellenberg Depot, and I can't say
This is
what
a
can you
nice
say
looking
about
truck.
these guys. And Eric LaValle rescuing that lady at the Wrenchside campground who was in the floodwaters, and he dove in, risking his life.
Ellenberg Depot, tanker
And there are others right
212.
alongside, ready to help out.
Thank
Just-
you for coming to our parade, Ellenberg Depot. I gotta tell
They
you
really
guys
stepped
something.
up.
You are awesome.
And you can see that video also online
Thanks for all that you
at
do.
Town Cable Network and or Plattsburgh.com. And that is a fantastic video. I really appreciate Richard Cleach who took that video and making it available to us so we could
I guess
share
I'm
it
going to
with
be
everyone.
repetitive when I say the community is as good as the people who live it and run it. And here comes a representative of one of the biggest pillars in our community, Mr. Jack Dragoon. Dragoon's Farm Equipment, just down the road. They're a huge supporter of the volunteer fire department. Mr. Dragoon just gives and gives and gives. They're also, I can tell you, we'll tie it back to the
Looks like we
farming
got some more-
community. Jack is very,
another
very good to
generation
the
of
farmers.
Dragoons coming here.
They have also good to the other landowners and homeowners when it comes to lawnmowers and snow blowers, and we have our RTVs and side-by-sides. And
Hang on there,
everything.
kiddies,
This
don't
all
fall
comes
out the
from
back.
Dragoon's Farm Equipment right down the road. This is Mr. Dragoon's grandson driving this Cub Cadet and a whole bunch of kids. And
Four-wheelers, not
Right
just
behind
farm
him.
equipment.
we have the camo-colored ones.
One of the Menard girls.
Trying to see who's driving.
It's her niece. She better recognize her.
Oh, it's Jennifer! Jennifer Menard. She's one of the most beautiful up-and-coming singles and moors. Not yet, you guys stay away from her yet. She's too young, but someday.
And the Kubota.
And here's the other one. This is Janelle. Now, tell you what, she's 16. Anybody catches her is going to have a great catch. Jennifer's driving the Kubota 4740. One of those little compact tractors you just can't do enough with. And then there's Payton in the truck. Hi, Payton. That's a chipper in the back. Take care of some of them wild limbs after some of our wonderful windstorms that we get here. How about this little compact tractor with the backhoe and the bucket? That's just an all-around tractor. And here we have the real deal. Hey, does anybody here think his tractor's sexy? Yes! The MX-120! Dragoon's Farm Equipment!
There's more. Lots of parade. Also a fun time
Let's
here.
just not forget our political people. Thank you for coming to our parade. This is Dave Kimmel, candidate for state assembly, and he wants to wish everyone a happy Labor Day. His slogan is real jobs, real solution.
Is Janet Dupree's opponent. I assume Dave is at the wheel.
Good. We got some more for you. Hi, how are you? I'm Dave Kim.
Oh, he's off of here. He's marching on the side here.
Mandy, you having fun? Get enough candy?
Thank you for becoming part of our parade. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
All right.
Conservative
See, we can
blonde,
put
I
a
believe.
good face with a name now.
All right, what's this? More Kimmels here? Yeah.
The Kimmels that fall behind are how old's this little one? 4 months old. I'll tell you, he starts his followers out young.
Too young to vote. And I think they're too young to vote. It's gonna be a long walk in those flip-flops.
Hi! right?
There's got to be a long flip-flop walk there.
South Plattsburgh Fire Department, Rescue 325. It's a 2007 Ford F550, and engine 322 is a 1990 E1 custom cab. Thank you very much for coming from South Plattsburgh to be part of our parade. South Plattsburgh, you guys are awesome! Yay! Thank you very much.
South Plattsburgh. Up near Airborne, next to Airborne Speedway, where the
Our
terminal
four
is.
judges, Mr. Chombley is doing the judging of the fire apparatuses, so if you see them giving him a wink or throwing him extra candy, you'll know why. Mr. Chombley is well known amongst the fire department circuit. Thank you very much. Mooers, Forks, Altona, Champlain, Binghamtown, Peru, Plattsburgh. Our roots come from the farm. We are an ag county. This, my friends, I'm happy and proud to introduce is the Babby Rural and Farm Learning
Hey,
Museum.
Leeward,
It's
Babby,
open from April
Ricky,
1st
Lauren,
to
and all
November
those
1st
good
on
folks.
Wednesday through Sunday from 10 to 4. It's a hands-on museum for all ages with stagecoach rides. You can
Clarence
even go to
Bartrey.
Google and check them out at Babby Museum, and they're on Facebook. You want to find out what it's like, what it used to be when Grandma and Grandpa say back in the
Ricky
day,
Lauren
you
driving.
can go to this place and live it and actually see how it was.
Got Rick's mother behind there. Leeward's sister.
Rita, let me see your iron. Pick your iron up.
Rita's
Oh,
ironing
look
away.
at that.
Farm and family.
that
It's not
something?
just farm. There's rural living. And if you haven't gone down the river road in Peru to see that,
Don't pinch your fingers in that
you
roller
should.
thing and back in there.
And we got video of it on Hometown Cable, of course. Of
Thank
course.
you for becoming part of our parade. Thank you very much. We have... Are you guys with that? Oh, all right. The horses are parked. Thank you very much. I love that little guy. What's his name? Ashley. This is Ashley, little girl, obviously. And these guys? Pardon me? Duke and Snickers. Aren't they cute?
Ashley isn't necessarily a girl. If you've ever seen Gone with the Wind,
Part of our heritage right there, folks.
Ashley was a big part of it. And it was a
I
man.
know. Oh, look at this little thing.
Like a little Nash.
Part of our heritage again.
Bought at Supernaws.
This is usually an icon in the parade every year.
Bought right here in Mooers, I bet.
Yeah,
At
Cindy
Supernaws.
Supernov. What year is it? 1958. All right. I'm going to guess you're younger than the car. Not much, but
Katyville.
Katyville has come just a little bit of a distance to join our parade. We certainly do thank you so much for coming, Katyville. This is engine 135.
They put on a fine
driver
parade every year.
Is John Downey.
You can also see their parade every year on
Thank you
Hometown
for
Cable.
coming. Our passenger is Chief James Favreau. Thank you very much. Katyville Fire Department.
Temperature
you guys
about
are awesome.
70 degrees. Perfect weather this Labor Day in Mooers, New York, 2010. There's the Shriners. Fine addition
The
to any parade.
Shriners. The Shriner Mini Racers. You guys have too much fun. You're a lot of fun to look at. These guys don't have fun for no reason. They actually raise money for 21 children's hospitals, and as of the 18th of this month, there'll be 22. They're going to open up another one. So Shriners, thank you for entertaining us and for what you do for the children.
I see Mike Menard with a yellow vest on over here. He's obviously one of the parade chair people. Pauline and Carol brought them up well to help out in the community.
We're going to go right back to our farming roots here with this wonderful, wonderful tractor.
Don't get run over.
Beautiful.
Shriner.
It's a 1957 farm haul.
Hey, Dale.
450.
Dale Lombard from the
Liquid propane. High clear. Restored by Dale Lombard. Is that you, Dale?
That's him.
You did all the work on this? All right. She's beautiful. Hey, you want to take me for a ride in your big red tractor? The second tractor, 1957 Farm Haul 450. It's a crop tractor. Ray Labardway of Saranac purchased this tractor when it was about 5 years old, and he spent the rest of its life on his farm, Labardway Farm in Saranac. Dale purchased it from Ray in 1995 and restored it. This is an old restoration, about 14 years, and it still looks good. It's supposed to be driven by Dave Labardway, but instead it's driven by Eric. We're glad you came, Eric. Thank you for joining our parade. Nice tractor. Hey, when you love a good parade, you're going to travel a little bit of distance to get there. That's just what Lion Mountain did. Joe and El Gagne.
Lion Mountain.
242? No, 247 is Claire Daniels.
Missed their 4th of July parade they used to have every year.
And then we have the four-wheeler behind with Mike Daniels. And 242 follows that. Lion Mountain. There's some nice looking rigs there. Thank you for joining our parade. I would think this
we were able to get up there once this year to do
come in handy for off-road rescue. You never know
game.
when you got to go in the woods or the mountains or the swamps. Lion Mountain Volunteer Fire Department, you guys are awesome. Thank you for coming.
Lion Mountain.
The
Say
Mountain
up
Brigade.
the road a piece. They are up the road.
You gotta have the right equipment to do the right job. It's things like this that help them to get the money to get the right equipment. Very, very important.
Lots of candy being thrown out today. No sirens. You notice that? You notice that, folks, in the Katyville parade? No sirens. Save those for real emergencies. All the fire trucks that come by here have been siren-free.
We saw the Girl Scouts earlier, now we're going to see the Cub Scouts. Same thing applies, folks.
Parades
Keep the
where there
kids
were real
busy,
emergencies that
happy,
occurred.
keep them engaged.
People
Then
weren't
you're going to
aware
have trouble-free
that
kids
an
later
emergency
on.
vehicle was coming
The teaching
because all
begins
they
early.
heard
The Cub
all day
Scouts
was
is a
sirens
great,
blowing.
great program to get your kids engaged. We have volunteers that run it. Talk with any one of them if you want to get your child involved.
The Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts.
Mooers and Altona, Mooers Cub Scout and the Altona Boy Scouts. Thank you very much.
And they
Can
make
you stop that
birdhouses.
car for a second? How about you guys get up and give us a salute? All right. Thank you for being part of our parade.
All right.
Join the Scouts now. Go to beascout.org to find out more. You got a little Cub Scout or a Girl Scout in there?
Oh, the KFC are here.
A Girl Scout coming up. All right. Knights of Columbus, Council 6136 in Moores. The Knights of Columbus is a charitable organization. Their fraternity keeps them strong. They're united for their beliefs, and patriotism brings our country together. The Knights of Columbus is a family and faith organization. This float looks like a boat, and it represents the great explorer, Christopher Columbus. Thank you for coming to our parade. Thank you for being a part.
Fine looking crew. Fine looking crew of a fourth degree firemen. Not firemen, fourth degree.
Thank you, guys.
Too many
Thank you very
firemen
much.
today. Fourth degree Knights of Columbus. The Rouse's Point, Champlain, Ellenberg, and Mooers represented.
Donald LePierre says he ordered this day specifically. Not too hot, no rain, just right. Thank you, Donald.
And look at them, swinging sisters.
What do we got now?
Looks like one of them is out of the habit
First of all,
here.
let me introduce the truck that brings this entourage. This is Woods Falls Construction LLC, owned and operated by Stephen Menard. Deep heritage right here in Mooers Parks. The construction to get, if you want the construction, Steve Menard, he's bringing along the North Country Swinging Sisters, rocking with the 50s and 60s. They've been around for 8 years. When they say God sometimes acts in strange ways, just think of the Swinging Sisters. They've become so popular, they're already booked into the fall. And they've been inspired by the 92 hit movie Sister Act, and they're here, rain or shine, to get you out of your seats to dance and sing along with them.
Swinging sisters. Oh, it's a fine addition to any parade in the North Country. More parade is still coming way around the corner back there. Can't see because of the cap. Oh,
Well, you be careful with our little kids here.
No.
This four-wheeler was put in by La Valley Seamless Gutters. Got to get your name out there somehow, and this is his way.
yeah, well, we're not going to show him, but he comes here and does wheelies in the middle of the street. I'm not going to give him any more airtime.
Hey, you gotta strap your helmet on. It only helps your coconut if it's part of it. Strap your helmet up, everybody. Okay, District 3 Fire Department. What do we have first? District number 3. This is 356 with Ken Chamberlain. That's a heavy rescue. That's a really, really nice. Are you looking at this, Chris? You looking at that nice rig? Isn't that nice? Thank you very much. Ryder? Bill Potts? Yes, thank you very much. Thanks for coming to our parade, being part today. We appreciate what you guys do. Behind them is Aerial Rescue 359. That's for those tall buildings. Charlotte's Dan Hawkins is the driver. Nick Seaton is a rider. Hey, District number 3 Fire Department, we appreciate you. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much.
We're kind of blocked out from this for sale sign here. This building's for sale. Joey Trombley's Kavanaugh Realty sign is kind of blocking us out. So if somebody please buy this building so that next year I won't be blocked out by Joey Trombley's Kavanaugh Realty sign here when I'm trying to tape.
Community again, folks, is as good as the people who are in it. We have some pretty giving people coming up right here. This is the Methodist Church. And I'm proud to introduce to you their new endeavor called the Sold Out Community Thrift Store. It's a ministry of the Mooers United Methodist Church. Gently used clothing is meticulously sorted and sold for, get this, $1 or $2. No item is priced more, and some items are free. There's free Panera Bread, and bakery items are given away on Saturdays. 10% of all the proceeds goes directly back to the community groups, such as the fire department and library. The store is located at 20 Blackman's Corners Road, Mooers Sports. Used to be the old Agway building, remember? These people, thank you so much for what you do. Thank you very much for being part of our parade. Let's give them a hand, folks.
I imagine they could use some clothes too. So if you got some stuff left over from your garage sale,
$1, $2.
Why not give them a call?
Who needs the stores in Plattsburgh to go school shopping? Right there, folks. That's where I'd be.
we got 2 places like that in our northern tiers. St. Mary's Mission Center has been operating for many, many
All
years.
right, I just love
There's
these
Wayne
old
Dino.
timber trucks. West Cheesy,
63 years.
1931, American La France.
Tony
Mr. Wayne
Gillilee.
Dino's the driver?
No, he's the passenger. Tony
That's
Gurley,
an awesome
the
truck.
driver. He's got 42 years in the West Chazy Fire
Do you
Department.
remember using this
Wayne
truck?
Dino got 63 years.
Yes, you have. All right. And behind that is Tanker 336, just a little bit more modern, a 2008 Peterbilt, driven by Corey Breen. West Jay-Z, thank you for coming to our parade. You guys are awesome.
And for the first time in memory, they weren't in the softball semifinals.
The Flame Stomper, that's what it says right there, the Flame Stomper. That's what I'd want if I had a player.
Still handing
We're
out
going to
clothes
take you
from
back in
the
the day just a little bit.
sold out store. Okay, Rudy.
I'm not going to try to age anybody out there, but does anybody
Rudy
know
Misek.
Mr. Rudy Misek? He's 86 years young. Who knows Mr. Rudy? He's right here from town, and this is his 1937 truck. What kind of truck is that? I can't quite see. Mr. Roberts, can you see what kind of truck that is? What's that now? It says Ford. It is. Proving V8 Ford. It's a Ford. Chris, stick to the fire trucks. On the job. This truck was bought new by Henry Misek and used in the area at his sawmill on the Misek Road. It's a one-owner truck, and now his son Rudolph has it, and he has restored it. Rudolph used to drive this truck when he was 14 years old. Thank you. That's a
speaking of
beautiful
hometown
truck.
cable videos,
Beautiful
we
truck.
saw that one back in 1994. Bob Venn and I were there at Jimmy Misek's sawmill. You can check out and see what that truck looked like back before it was restored by Rudy, Jimmy Misek's baby brother.
How about this nice red shiny?
Jimmy Misek
oh, another
show,
Ford bronze.
far and away our
Look at
most
that.
popular
It just looks bad as a
program ever
peacock
done.
up here. Every time a Ford goes by, his chest puffs out here.
Oh, this is the
Mr.
guy.
Gwynup is running for
Mr.
sheriff
Gwynup.
for all of Clinton County. You know, it's pretty self-explanatory, this flow. I asked him later if he was going to give out markers so we can draw mustaches and stuff on his face, and he thought maybe he would for a political donation probably. Let's clean up the mess because integrity does matter. Terry Gwynup, a sheriff for all of Clinton County.
Gwynup. Yep. As far as I know, he's a member of the Sheriff's Department at the moment. Another politician. I don't know if Mr. Hoffman will be here, but
Mr. Gwynup has quite an entourage of followers here. We have Candy, and they're
Mrs.
throwing
Doheny.
out
These aren't Gwynup
something.
followers. These are
Easter
Doheny.
eggs, I'm not sure.
Doheny followers.
Footballs. Oh!
And speaking of videos, you can check out, actually on the day we're showing this in the northern tier,
Mr. Gwynup,
we're going to have on the debate between Hoffman and Doheny.
vote for Matt Doheny on Tuesday, September 14th in the Republican primary.
We got Mr. Jackson from
in the 23rd Congressional District.
Mr. Jackson here from
Mr. Doheny? All
Essex.
right, thank you for becoming part of our parade.
But the Hoffman-Doheny
All right, he's
debate
throwing the football
is available
now.
on Hometown Cable. On the internet at Plattsburgh.com and or HometownCableNetwork.com. And
Constable,
Constable,
Fire
hey,
Department.
a Franklin County
Truck
representative.
6'8", Chris Doisy? All right, I said it right. And Megan Willett. All right. How about this? These two are engaged to get married.
That'll be enough of
Hey,
that.
Constable, thanks for coming to our parade. You guys are awesome.
Still coming around the corner back there. It's a long parade.
Outback Riders, what a
Menard must have been
wonderful
busy.
place we live. What the streams and rivers and mountains and valleys and woods and stuff and all the trails. Since 2009 August, the members of riders. They've been working to promote the sport of ATV riding in Clinton and Franklin County. They do a large portion of their riding in Franklin counties because they have trails and our roads are open to ATV. They're a family-oriented organization. The Outback Riders are strong advocates of carry out what you carry in. We emphasize that all members must respect the environment and surroundings that we utilize. It's an ongoing effort to help secure legal places to ride. All this work will be done to bring ATV presence to the forefront in Clinton County. ATV riding is fun stuff.
Fasten your seatbelt. Starting to cloud up here. Starting to cloud up here at the Mooers Labor Day Parade 2010. This video course was available within 24 hours, probably within 12 hours on the internet. So you see Hometown Cable recording something.
1953 Chevy pickup. There was a resident Mooers. He's a school bus driver for NCCS. And he's got his granddaughters from California?
California girls.
Right. How do you like the North Country granddaughters from California?
Don't you wish they could all be California girls? Anyway, usually within 12 to 24 hours, you see us recording something. It's usually available on the internet for free viewing around the world, of course, so that can, family and friends out in California can be watching this. I'm taping this at 11, probably by 8, 9 o'clock tonight. We'll have it on the internet.
Very, very familiar name in the area.
Another fine
Fuel for your home,
supporter
fuel for
of
your farm.
Hometown Cable.
Locally owned
Carl
home
Smith,
heating fuel company ready to serve your needs. If you need fuel oil or kerosene, or if you want
Sally
your
Smith,
furnace
now the
clean,
daughter
very,
Kim
very
LaPan
important
is
to get your
taking
furnace
over,
clean.
but
You
here
want it to
is
run
Peterbilt.
as efficient as you can.
Plain
These guys will
Peterbilt.
service your furnace.
He's talking about Smith and Son, but this is Peterbilt.
Smith and Son, the Champlain Peterbilt, all kind of owned by the same guy.
Yeah. Hey, they got this old vehicle moving here.
Champlain Peterbilt is located up by the border in Champlain.
It's interloping in the Peterbilt area.
Hey, it's resurrected! Good job! Glad to see you made it!
The work in progress is progressing. There's a Peterbilt. Old truckers never die, they just get a new Peterbilt.
Here we have Eric from Northern Body and a nice, beautiful Peterbilt. You guys haven't been back there in that sleeper.
Carl Smith, Champlain Peterbilt.
There's Smith and Son. There's a truck we've all seen several times. Give them a call, 298-4521. Get your furnace clean, get some fuel delivered, get ready for the
Corby
North Country
behind the
winter.
wheel.
It's just around the corner, you know.
Corby LaFave, he's my delivery man. Well, him and sometimes Bob Kelly. Smith and Son keeps Hometown Cable warm. What better recommendation can you have than that, huh? Since we had a white truck coming through for Smith and Peterbilt, why not a Cumberland Head Fire Department truck?
181. Alex Perrier is our driver. Thank you very much for coming to our parade.
Engine 181.
That's a beautiful looking truck right there. Cumberland Head, thank you for coming. You guys are awesome.
Still coming around the corner back there. Looks like another Ford, doesn't it?
That is one slick looking truck. This is the Champlain everyone here. We have a 65 Ford Falcon, a 65 Ford Mustang, a 64 F100 truck, a 32 Ford old school rod, with a 354 Hemi engine from a 57 school bus.
Look at a big caddy.
Look at that beautiful car.
There's a
I bet you
Mustang.
that right there's a chick magnet right there. All the chicks just flock to you, don't they? Yeah. Awesome car. I expect that'll be full of hot bays by the time you get to the end. Look at that one right there. How about that? That's a nice Stang right there. That's a Stang. That's a real Mustang right there. That's gorgeous. All these guys are all part of the classic cruisers. Here's a Ford Falcon. Ford Falcon. All right, that's beautiful. What color do you call that? Just plain green? Olive? Ivy gold? Oh, all right, Ivy gold.
Another Mustang.
You don't see that color every day. That's a beautiful car. We got another Mustang right here. She's prettied up pretty nice, don't you think? These guys are all part of the classic cruisers. Thank you very much for sharing your car with us. And how about this? Now that's a car to dream about right there. I love that color. You don't see that color every day.
Thank goodness. It's a lavender.
Beautiful, beautiful car. Listen, you can hardly hear it running.
Trans Am, Pontiac Trans Am.
Trans Am. Remember Smokey and the Bandit? How can we not know what a Trans Am is? Beautiful.
Well.
Nice car. Thank you for sharing it with us. That's a nice car. Ooh, the SS. That's a nice car right there. Is that chocolate brown? What's that color? Gray. Well, I gotta go clean my contact lenses. Looks like that's beautiful.
And look at this, they're still coming around the corner back there. You can leave home and come to the Mooers and this parade might still be going on. Extra long parade this year. Mooers Labor Day Parade.
Morrisonville EMS 402 ambulance. That gets your attention, doesn't it?
Better than a siren.
That's ambulance is 402. That's a nice.
Gordy Little's neighbors. And of course, Gordy Little, as I'm taping this, Gordy is at Culver Hill, just down the road on Route 22 in Beekmantown, where they're having their Battle of Plattsburgh Culver Hill ceremony. So we appreciate Gordy being there when we can't be there this year.
This is also part of Morrisonville.
We're not going to miss the Mooers Parade.
263. The chief is Steve Brown. The pumper operator, Ray Albin. Thank you very, very much for coming to our parade. Hey, Morrisonville Fire Department, you guys are awesome. Yeah.
That's your cue. Because you're awesome.
Thank you so much. That's a beautiful
You're
job.
supposed to be in your cheer. Hope you've been cheering along at home. This must be the VFW. Looks like they're afloat. Probably with Stanley Lapierre pulling them. Ron Roberts' brother-in-law.
VFW, number 1418. The commander, Phil Beanie. They're right out of Champlain. I know if you take a look through these, you'll see nothing but familiar faces.
Yeah, that's Stanley.
VFW, thank you very much for being part of our parade.
Have you thanked the veteran today? Have you thanked the veteran recently? If you haven't, why not?
Thank you so much.
This country as we know it exists because of people like this.
Rainey, can you get up and dance for us? Rainey, Rabideau.
Rainey ain't gonna do no dancing on a moving vehicle.
Hey, you want to talk about a cat of a
this must be
different
from
color?
Peru.
Look at this baby coming along. That is beautiful. What do you
Gotta
think
be
about
from
that
Peru.
one, Chris?
Peru blue.
Nice, huh? Look at the twinkle in his eyes. If you can see Chris up here, you can see his eyes just twinkle. This is Brutus from the Peru Fire Department, engine 272. The driver, Brandon Barnaby. And we also have Sean Perkins. Listen, these two fellas are Peru's most eligible bachelors.
All
Put
right.
your name and number on the sticky note. Let's get these guys involved here. You guys are awesome. Thank you
We're
for
still
bringing that
coming
beautiful
around the
truck
corner.
to us.
They're still coming.
We go to the other end of town, up that way, Phil's Chevrolet. This is an orange 2010 standard shift Camaro. It's got over 400 horsepower, 6.2 liter. Wow, baby!
That doesn't impress me.
James Manor, that's the naughty boy that just did that. He's our driver. Hey, and here's his wife.
Don't
His
go
wife is
stepping
driving
on
the
your wheels in
2010
a parade,
Tahoe,
folks.
Carrie Manor. Now, does that mean
Parades are
he's
not a
going
place
to
to
midway
leave,
race if
rubber.
He's got the Camaro and you've got the Tahoe? Is that what's happening here? Yeah. But we all know that that Tahoe is worth more than that Camaro, so you just keep it up. Nice vehicles. Mooers Auto right down the road here.
Too many kids, too many people on the side to be leaving
They're
rubber in the
sharing
middle of a
their own
parade.
fire truck with us. Thank you very much. That's gorgeous. It's Jeff and Edie Morlock,
Look at this.
residents of Mooers.
The Mahonies are coming around the corner. There's still a whole lot of parade to go. Hope I have enough battery and videotape here. Mooers Youth Commission. This has got to be the longest parade ever put on by the Mooers Fire Department and EMS.
Got your Girl
for the
Scouts,
Labor
got
Day
your Boy
celebration.
Scouts. Teach them what they need to know for respect and pride. Now we got to keep them healthy. The Mooers Youth Commission. These guys will keep them active, keep them healthy, keep them going. Soccer, basketball, you got it.
Alfie
Very,
Ledoux in
very
charge.
important part of our community. Thank you very much for showing up
Alfie
today.
Ledoux says, how did Frankie Dumas do that for so many years? Driving me crazy. Mooers Youth Commission, and there's Alfie.
I love to see kids play, don't you? What do we have here? Andrew Bordeaux. Guess what he represents? What is our Saturday night pastime? How about Airborne Speedway? Yeah, sponsored by
Airborne.
Vacuum City.
Airborne Speedway, Rick and Rob Knowles.
Thanks for bringing your car to our
Cover that every
parade.
weekend, and you can of course see that on Plattsburgh.com and or HometownCableNetwork.com.
Okay.
All
I
summer's
don't want
worth.
to date anybody here, but whoever went to Moore Central School? Anybody here went to Moore Central? Yeah! Guess who we got coming right here? 93 years old, Mrs. Mary Hogel has retired. She's obviously retired. I'll tell you what, if you had really good eyes, you could see that license plate says, Miss Willette, teachers do it with class. Is that true? Yes. Thank you, Mrs. Hogel. That's a beautiful car.
Our eyes must be better than mine, because that's not what I read on that license plate. Oh, we see a sheriff's car behind the Mahonies, so maybe the Mahonies will end up the parade here. A bunch of pirates being followed by the sheriff's department.
Altona is our neighbor to over that way. Altona and Moore Moores work together. Awesome. We need each other. This is our 1985. Get that. This baby's 25 years old. It looks beautiful in mint condition. F8000 come per taker. Thank you very much for coming to our parade. Hey, Alton and Volunteer Fund Department, you guys are awesome. Awesome. Thank you
William
very
Cam and
much.
Garen inside of there.
Oh no, we're being invaded. We're being invaded. What's going on here, everybody? Look what's down the road. It's a pirate ship.
Oh,
This actually for you
grabbing
guys.
kids off the
It's a
street.
motorhome chassis.
Shanghaiing 'em.
This whole thing was invented and made by Leo Mahoney. He is the captain. Actually, he is the madman behind this whole thing. The Mahoney family and all the extended Mahoney family and friends are all part of this.
Mahoney.
I asked Leo, why did you do this, Leo? And you know what his answer was? Just because. We made it for the kids. We wanted something different.
It's a slow-moving vehicle. Of course, they gotta watch out for wires, low-hanging wires, everywhere they go here.
I'd like to take this minute to thank our judges one more time. They have a pretty hard job ahead of them to do some, to rank these. I loved every one of the entries that came through today. I don't know how Mr. Trombley's going to do the deciding amongst the fire departments and the EMTs.
Even the deacon is
We've made Mr.
Shanghai
Roberts
kids.
back out of the judging for the cars because he's just a little bit biased. We're happy to have him as a judge.
Have you kissed a pirate?
Look at this work of art right here. Why did Leo build this? He built it just because. He said he built it for the kids. Leo likes to have fun. One of our other earlier entries was Champlain Peterbilt. That's where Leo actually spends his time working. But this is what he does to have fun. Leo and the whole Mahoney family are just a bunch of fun-loving, have-fun kind of people.
Oh, you kissed your parakeet?
What's his name?
A small parrot.
Come here. This is a real bird on this guy's shoulder. Look at this. Topper. Oh, he's bashful. Thank you. Miss Mahoney. Have you captured any prisoners? We have a few. Oh, no. Follow the pirate ship up to the...
Uh-oh, another one.
Up there and see if you can get those.
I got another one. I got another one. They're Shanghaiing all the kids out of Mooers.
Capture some more. He's gonna capture some more prisoners. Look at that. Thank you very much, Mahoney family.
And there's Mooers Fire Department ending up the parade.
Ending up our parade, we have our very own, well-loved, well-respected Mooers Volunteer Fire Department with their water tanker. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. They need you. We love you. Mooers Squad Truck 253, and then it finishes up again with our sheriff. Thank you very much. Everyone, be sure to follow the parade up to the grounds. We have a wonderful chicken barbecue up there. All kinds of things to do, entertainment, a tractor pull, ATV pulls, great things to eat. Come on down. Thank you very much. See you next year.
All right, that'll wrap up Hometown Cables coverage of 2010 Mooers Labor Day Parade. And an outstanding job. Congratulations to everyone involved. And Once again, remember, if you appreciate coverage of events like this, North Country at its finest, then why not support our efforts? Hometown Cable viewers supported local television, TV that I think, if you think about it, you would realize is worth your support. Hometown Cable, keep this coming. We've been here for 27 years and we'd like to keep going, but we can only do it if you support us. We were just about to shut off, and then we ran into Marshall Zins, one of the leaders of this parade. We certainly wanted to get his picture and name on. He put a lot of work into this too. And he mentioned several other people, and I was smart enough to remember the names. I would pass those along to you. And I also want to thank Mike and Dodie Manette for renewing their viewer support just as the parade ended. So once again, thanks for watching, and for people like Freeman Freeman, I think it's Carol LaValle, and Mike and Dodie Manette for supporting our efforts, and please feel free to join them.